Hello there, and welcome back to Stationeers. We're on a bit of a time crunch today, as if we aren't we always. We have to put together a little bit of a... let's see, I'll put down the composite window, that'll work. We have to put together a hydroponic system in about 5 minutes here, before we run out of water and slowly die. As you can see, our new goal for this episode is going to be to set up the water system. In the previous episode, we got our solar panels set up and our solar logic perfected, and as you can see, our battery is pretty much going to be perpetually full now, which is super duper cool. So, in order to set up composite windows, we use composite, which is plastic, right? Oh, I know, honey, we're getting there. Which is, it's made out of silicone, so you don't have to use any iron, it's very cheap. I really like using these, plus they look a lot nicer, and we'll probably end up replacing all of the windows with these at some point. But for now, that is aesthetic, and aesthetics get you killed. That's what they teach you. Okay, let's put the last of the glass in. We should have just enough to actually do this, plus it has a cool hex grid, because as you know, hexagon means future. For those of you who have left comments, thank you very much for them. For those of you who are enjoying the series, thank you very much for watching it. Unfortunately, at the time you're watching it, I'm probably lounging on a beach or upside a mountain or lost in a dark alleyway in South Korea at this moment, and so I haven't been able to directly respond to your feedback, but I certainly have been reading it. I can promise you that much. I always read the comments, and I absolutely love reading them. Okay, cool. We now have shared atmosphere between these rooms. You'll love to see it. And we can actually... hold on, what am I doing here? There we go. We can actually remove these frames and reclaim the iron from them. We can actually, recycle these back to their constituent elements. Not perfectly efficient. You don't get everything back, but what am I doing? But you can get a lot of it back. It's pretty good. Let's just pop all these out. Fantastic. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and set up our... We'll move this battery at some point, but let's go ahead and set up our water system very, very quickly. Okay, I will need the iron sheets, I think, to build the ice crusher. Oh, I don't have any ice, do I? No. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, we're going to have to get a bit more ghetto than I thought with the water system right at the start. Okay, so let's just do this then. So we'll put together this tank right here. Let's do it here on this wall. Give myself a little bit of room to work with, I guess. I want the water coming out of this tank. Let's put it on that side, sure. That is completely backwards, of course it is. Why would it be facing the right way? That would be ridiculous. Come on, Stationeers, please. Stationeers, please, I'm dying here. Quite literally. Okay, let's put that there. We'll stick a water canister in it. For now, where's my water bottle for this? We're just gonna yoink one of those right on. Come on, please, please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you, please. Okay, that can go in there. That'll do for now. I need this and put this away. This. Oh, we do have some water. Okay, hold on. Crisis averted. We have a few seconds to do this in. Alrighty, so now that's empty. Okay, so that's alleviated the immediate death, but this we really have to get this done, right now. So, next thing's next, we're going to want to put this pipe. This is completely temporary. We will be redoing all this. And then let's go and get what water we have. How did I manage to cycle the airlock? I don't know. Oh, because I went outside and then cracked it open. As you can see, we've dropped pressure significantly, and that's just because we've expanded the volume in here. It's going to happen. Oh, we are also going to have a bunch of pollutants we now need to deal with, so let's get those filtered out. And please take me to the lander, because there is a little tank of water there that we can use to refill our water bottles for now. It's not going to last forever. We are going to have to go mine up some ice. In fact, maybe that's what we do right now, while the daylight is out, and because we aren't actually currently dying of dehydration like I thought we would be. Yeah, I think that's what we do. So let's grab that liquid canister. We'll put that there. If we throw that on the ground, you will see that there is 20-degree water in there. It has to be above 0 and below 100, or you can't put it in the bottles. There's no gaseous water really, but there is kind of an idea of freezing and boiling, even though it isn't actually properly implemented. Okay, close everything. Give me the mining belts. Let's go get some ice. So we're looking for white ice. That blue stuff there, that's oxide. That's garbage. We hate oxide. Me and my homies all hate oxide. That white stuff there, that is jailbait. That is freaking silicon. We don't. My homies hate silicon even more. I bet you. Watch. It's gonna be silicon. It's gonna be silicon. I swear to God, they just made them the same color to mess with me. Success. I got a booty full of ice, and we are heading back home to melt it down into some delicious, delicious H2O. Yeah, baby. It's gonna be good. I am also completely out of jetpack fuel, pretty much. We are down to 500 kilopascals, which nets me a paltry, barely even 100% thrust. Actually, I think the thrust, I genuinely think it doesn't matter. It should be, like, significantly higher pressure in order to actually give you any, like, meaningful thrust, but I don't think the game simulates that. By the way, pro tip, if you have ice in your belt, it will not melt, no matter what your temperature is, like your environmental temperature is. Remember that. Ice in the belt, it won't melt. Oh. Okay, so right off the bat, we can go ahead and stick this in there. And as you can hear, water bottles are filling up. So let's actually go ahead and do a cheeky little drinky drink. Oxygen's fine. Don't be so dramatic. Okay, cool. So, but now, unfortunately, this tank is, yeah, it's empty. We drained all of that water into there, which means if we want to run hydroponics, we need to sort out our water system. So, how do we do that? First things first, we have a look at this pipe. As you can see, there's a vacuum. These things kind of act like suction pumps. Don't ask me how. They will literally, like, siphon water out of a system as long as it's above room temperature. So we can now safely take these water bottles and just jump them on the floor for the moment. And then we can wrench apart this entire belt. What am I talking about? We can wrench apart this entire system here, so that we can do this a bit more succinctly. What do I need to take this thing out? Is it a hand drill? Hand drill. Yeah. Sort of random as to what you need sometimes, I think. Okay, cool. Let's just move everything over here so it's a bit less in the way. These water bottles I am going to stash somewhere safe for the moment. Excuse you, filter. Could you please move? Thank you very much. There we go. Let's stick that over there. Okay, let's start with the tank and the tank connector. One of these is a tank. I hope. It's in my pocket. Okay. So, let's go ahead and slap this bad boy down. This is going to be our primary water reserve. Let's move that. Water that we managed to produce is going to be placed into this tank, which we will stick over there. And the tank itself that we're going to store things in is this one. Blump. And if we grab the wrench, we can take this portable tank, which is kind of like our oxygen one, and we can attach that to the grid. There we go. So now this is now one shared network. Okay. Good stuff. So, how are we going to want to do this? Well, we're going to want an ice crusher, which is going to be a machine that takes the cold ice that we've got and turns it into liquid water. It is, of course, very cold liquid water, so we're going to need a way to also improve its heat. And that's where those radiators come in, but we'll talk about those in a second. Okay, put these water bottle fillers over there. I think we stick the ice crusher for now. What's a good spot for it? I think like over here is probably a good spot for it. Just kind of facing... Yeah, just kind of facing this way, maybe? Yeah, this way. Put it right there. So that needs a welding torch and some... Oh my god, we had our first storm. Thank god I was inside. Anything outside that is currently loose has been just thrown into space. This is our first storm. The lander will usually survive 3 or 4 storms before it breaks. So we need to start moving stuff into the base, and then it will eventually be destroyed. Okay, but anyway, storm, while very cool looking, is not something you want to be caught out in. If we had wind turbines running right now, this would be a great time for them to be up, because they'd be producing like max power. This is unfortunately doing damage to our solar panels, so we are going to have to make a special machine to deal with that. Okay, we are also going to want a volume pump. This is a specialized piece of equipment that will, kind of like a vent, like the active vents, it will pull liquids. Let's put it right over there, I think. Just nice and floating in the air, you know, seems secure. It will pull liquids from this machine and push it to the other side of its network. Okay, let's get this all plumbed up now. Now I'll turn that way. This can run like this. This can run like this. Okay, cool. And then what we're going to want to do is slap one of those radiators on this pipe. Well, let's not do that yet. We haven't actually decided on the final positions of things. So my water bottle fillers can go like here and here, right? And then we'll just need to run some plumbing behind them. I think we need the wrench, much like the cable cutters, yes, to cut into existing networks. All right, let's do it like this, and then they come like this, and then we could put these upside down, but I think I'll just spend the extra pipe to do it nicely. We certainly have the resources at the moment, so might as well spend them, right? Turns out we run out of resources. Okay, great. We want pipe, liquid pipe. There we go. Let that go. Let's put this thing on here somewhere. Stick that like... these are useful to have accessible because if we ever want to run portable hydroponics, I don't think we will, but if we decide to, we can, might as well just keep that up there for now. Okay, give me the remainder of these pipes, pause. Oh my god, everything's in the way. There we go, and we come like this, and we need a junction. Yeah, 1, 2, lovely. All right, so we can actually put our radiators over here now. And what will happen is they will now share the temperature of the room with the contents of this pipe. As you can see, the room is 39 degrees, so this is a good way for us to cool our base down a bit. So let's grab up those iron sheets we have remaining to finish making that ice crusher. Steel sheets? Iron wall... Did we run out of iron sheets? No, they're in my pocket. Okay. And you give me the welder. Here. And cable coils. You betcha. There we go. Alright, lovely. So now this thing needs power and... Okay, let's... we need to deal with the battery, kids. I'm not going to deal with the battery just yet, though. Yeah, that battery needs to move. Where would I put it? Realistically, I'd actually like to make a little enclosure for it up there. Like, we'll have 2 batteries and they'll be isolated from everything else. And then the power can run in behind them and then come out the front and connect up to all this. That's the dream. Okay, so for now, you live there. So we're just going to do some ugly cabling in the meantime. Okay, the next project will be to set up batteries. That'll be the next project. To be sure. Okay, so for now, we're going to do something very ugly and unforgivable. Come on. And we're going to just run a cable over top of these ones. Oh, it's disgusting. I know. Please forgive me. There we go, but we have a nice safe base we can hide in at least. Okay, so that thing has now power, which is good. We will also need to power this volume pump, and we will also need to power another volume pump. This time for gas. So basically what's going to happen is that that machine is going to fill up with... What's in here? Oh, the labeler's in there. That machine is going to fill up with nitrogen alongside all of the water, and we're going to need to get rid of that nitrogen. But this is also a good opportunity for us to refill our jetpack. Look at that, 2 birds. So we're going to want a canister storage so that we can actually pump, like, into it, right? Because you can't just pump into a tank without this little, like, connector piece. And then we'll need a few more pipes to make it work. We could also equalize the nitrogen with room temperature, but I think that's a bit overkill. It's not really necessary. Okay, the nitrogen can go just here. I guess that's fine by me. Come on. There we go. Just like that. And then we'll just need some, we'll need that volume pump to be in line somewhat. So maybe like here. It's actually not a great spot for that tank connector. Yeah, maybe, we need obviously the input to be on the right side here. What am I doing wrong? There we go, like that. Yeah, then at least it's in line. Okay, so we'll just need to put, and then can I actually access that? I can. Increase, and can I get it from this side? I can. When I touch that valve to decrease, there we go, 10 liters at a time. You really want this to be slow. Otherwise you will overpress your pipes and they will explode. Overpressurize your pipes. Let's get the cables wired in. And then we'll move that connector. There we go. Lovely. And then let's get this one wired in. And I think we can, honestly, this is going to look terrible, but we can just... Oh, hold on, let's get the gas pump, let's get the gas piping done first. We put this one here, and then here. And then we can see, can we actually, like, can we path through that? Is it gonna complain? No, it's not. Lovely. All right, that makes things a lot easier. Okay, it's gonna want to connect to the data port. We're gonna have to force it not to. There we go. You know what? Let's run that the other way. Let's do that this way, and then we can just connect it up to this pipe. Or this network. Okay, lovely. So that's all working. That turns on. Excellent. Now we can finally do things. First we got to move this. Oh yeah, see what I mean by this game can get like overly complex sometimes. I think I said that in the first episode. It's one of my gripes with Stationeers. Is like little projects become big projects very quickly. And I need one more pipe. Pipe. Get pipe. There we go. Chunk. Thank you. And excuse me. There we go. And put that in there. Fantastic. And now we can throw our jetpack in that. Turn this bad boy on. And start throwing some ores in there. And if we look at our tablets, you'll see this thing is filling up with NO2 and H2O. Right? And we can actually just keep pumping it in there. It's at 5 megapascals, 6 megapascals. It's pretty heavy. Alright. So now before we pump it any further, what we're going to want to do is turn on this... Oh, that's a bit of a problem. Turn on this volume pump. And as you can see, we're now pushing pressure into this tank. Pulling it from this machine and putting it into that nitrogen canister. Now something to be very careful of is that these things have a pressure limit of 10 megapascals. So if we were to pull all 13 megapascals of nitrogen from this thing and put it in there, it would explode and kill us. So I'm just going to watch that for a second. I think we'll get it up to like a comfortable like 7. Okay, that has reached 7 megapascals. Let's grab it out, stick it in there, and let's turn off that volume pump. Okay, nice. So now this thing is hella pressurized. It is currently at 27.96 megapascals of water and nitrogen combined. So now what we're going to do is pump out all that water. And as you can see, we have begun pumping water into this network. It's going to fill this tank. It's going to fill these bottles, or at least it would, if it wasn't so goddamn cold. But there you go. You can see the temperature is actually decreasing, and that's because it is sharing temperature with the room via these radiators, which is fantastic. And as you'll actually notice that the room will get very slightly colder as well. There's a lot more gas in the room than there is in these pipes. Okay, let's actually, you know what, we can ramp up the speed on that a bit. There we go. Now it's moving. Okay, and we've completely vacuumed out the water. Well, almost completely. It's now pretty much just nitrogen left in there, which is great. And what we're going to want to do is then take that remaining nitrogen and shove it inside this pipe. Oh, actually, no, maybe not. That's at 9.94. That's almost at explosion range. Okay, that thing is off, right? Yeah. So that thing is now almost completely devoid of... Oh, you know what we could do? We could actually just vent some of that nitrogen into the room. It'll cool it down a bit because it is too hot in here. And it will also give us a little bit more pressure, right, to work with, which would be nice. So give me a vent. A passive vent. There we go. And that is our water system pretty much functional. And once the water gets above 0, it will start filling up those bottles. If we had bottles in there, which I just noticed we do not. Okay, so let's put this here. And then... Oh, actually, do you know what we need? I've made a mistake. We actually need a valve as well. But there's one on the lander. We can go get that one. We'll need a valve and two additional pipes. So that can go there. Valve, pipe. Yeah, 2 additional pipes and a valve. The valve is on the lander. We start with it. I think they want you to use it to like vent out your furnace, but I think it's easier just to use an active vent. It's faster too. Oh, why did I print? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to print pipes. I'm a big goofus. Oh well, I guess we have extra passive vents now. Yay. You can always use them. Okay, so let's just plumb this in correctly. Very nice. We'll see a bit of air flowing into that. And then this machine can get turned off. That can get turned off. Actually, that needs to be turned on in order to pump out of it, I remember. And we are so fine for power. Let's go have a look at our solar panels. I will remove the gold to set up water system once it's actually filling water bottles. I think we're very close to being there. I just need to deal with that nitrogen. I think that's part of our water system. Eventually, we will have full-on atmospherics, which we can plummet into. But for now, that's just going to be how it works. You can bring in some other stuff while we're here. Medicine's kind of good to keep on me, actually. Let's stick that in there. Oh, we should actually go and repair our solar panels. They're going to be pretty scuffed. That's going to be our next task. Is going to be to build the tool manufactory and repair our solar network. Okay, so let's throw down the valve right over here, somewhere where we can see it. Okay, very nice. So now what we're going to want to do is click open. And we should see a big old flux of air. We should see a big old flux of air. Air? Why are you not fluxing? Pipe naked 22? Oh, it did. Okay, it did vent. There was just like virtually nothing in there. Okay, well now we can turn this pump back on. And we should just see it kind of like, yeah, there we go. It is pumping the air out of this thing and into the base. And it's actually warmed up considerably too. Pretty cool. Okay, nice. So how are we doing in here? Water is at -9 degrees Celsius. Why is it not warming up? Is it just too much of it? Do we need more radiators? Yes, it is warming up very, very slowly. Okay, that's my mistake. I put just too much volume in the pipe. Are you done? Can I turn you off? Almost. We might as well. Let's just vacuum it out. All right. Give me more liquid pipe. Not lipe, but liquid pipe. Thank you. There we go. We're going to want a few of those, and then we can... I think we'll just run like a little radiator run over there. We can put this together. This can actually go away now. We'll need more storage lockers, I think, if we're going to move everything indoors. Let's set up our little solar panel. Why not? Just for decorative purposes. Press T to place things. There you go. You can live on top of the electro printer. Okay, now that we've started sort of putting down like pressurized things like this, you know, the chance of there being a sudden kaboom has gone up exponentially. But you know what? We're not going to worry about it too much. We're just going to kind of keep playing like the blind madmen we are and see how we do here. Okay, so let's continue this on. And you know what? I'm going to drop a corner here. Because the radiators, as long as they're on the same network, it'll work. And also, by adding these pipes, we actually increase the volume of the network, which means that there's still the same amount of gas, but it's spread out over a larger area, which makes it easier to heat. And then we need radiators. How many? We could probably fit 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Okay, that's gonna pretty much triple our current warming and / cooling power. And as you can see, the base has already dropped down to 25 degrees Celsius. This is good. This is very good. So now we don't have like cooling in the true sense. We have kind of like makeshift cooling, but it is cooling. You know, the base was too hot. It was at 50 degrees because all these machines are constantly running, and the batteries have waste heat, and there's all sorts of stuff involved. We just turn that off now. But now we are able to deal with it. Even if it is indirect and kind of manual, it still deals with it. Okay, we could also slap one here if we really need to. So let's have a look. What kind of rate of change are we looking at now? It's a little bit better. Is it? I don't know. The pressure has gone down, and that, like I said, it's because we've that did heat up. Okay, so it will take a while, and we might have to up the temperature in the base, and I can show you how we can do that, but it will work. But let's in preparation for the dream, let's go ahead and put our water bottles in their holders. Excuse me. There we go. There's no point carrying a water bottle because we can't drink it outside, so we might as well have them all in here. Those ones are both empty. 21%, 55%. Let's just do a quick unlock, open. Glug, glug, glug. Is it really? We could dump a bit of... We could empty the tank a bit more. But that's kind of risking it, because then, like, if something goes wrong, that's like all our O2. At 35 degrees. It is very warm. Okay, let's vent a bunch of this. Let's get up to like 25 kilopascals. And then we'll see how we do from that. We did expand the volume of the room considerably. So the room is currently made up of nitrogen, oxygen, and CO2 with no pollutants. That means our filters are working, which is great. And that thing still has a little bit of juice left in it. Good stuff. Okay, let's put away the rest of this so that can go there. Building materials go in this one, including I'll put the wires there too. And I want to start shuttling things over. Plus we need to go repair the solar panels. So to do that, we need the tool manufactory. Okay, so I think that's good. We can call the water system done. So next up, we want to be repair. Oh, let's set this up here. Current goal is going to be to repair solar. All right, now in order to repair solar, I'm going to need another machine, the tool manufactory. For that, we need iron and copper, all of which is in here. It looks like these ones. It's built the same way as these ones, but it is a little bit cheaper, and then it doesn't require gold. This will also allow us to build another suit and a respawn point and all that sort of good stuff, so that if we die, we can at least respawn inside our base. Yeah, trust me, I cannot overstate the value of. Okay, so that's going to do its thing. Let's hit next on that, and let's go do a bit of a shovel run, get some stuff in. I think we do actually have a little bit. As far as I'm aware, we should actually have a little bit of duct tape that came extra. Yes, there we go. We have 2 extra rolls. So let's go ahead and repair as many of these panels as we can. I am going to keep 1 roll for myself, which I will never use to fix these things. But we're going to go ahead and patch these up, and that should consume most of the roll. Yeah, 52%. Okay, so as you can see, with 6 panels, we're going to need 6 rolls of duct tape, and we just make those. I think it's with a bit of iron, rather bizarrely. But yeah, if I look at this, you can see its health is at 64%. This one's back up to 100. 64% health means 64% efficiency. So we definitely want to patch these up, because they are producing dramatically less power. Still way more than we need, but way more than they were before. Okay, everyone's fully healed up, and that's all my duct tape finished. So we actually, technically, to repair the solar, we didn't need to build the manufactory, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I think the next thing we want to do is take a look at upgrading our tools. I'm not sure if we'll actually be able to do this until we have certain alloys, but I'm willing to give it a shot. And then perhaps in line with upgrading our tools, we could upgrade our facilities. Because I'm kind of trying to think about like what we really need to worry about right now, and we're kind of fine for most things. We have enough oxygen. We have enough... Our oxygen is a little low. Oh, perfect timing. Look at that. No, stop. Our oxygen is a little low. Maybe oxygen production is sort of high, or at least oxygen refiltering and recapture is high on the list. But that's going to require setting up full atmospherics, which is like a whole thing. Yeah, you come over here. Let's put a new battery in you. I kind of want to get you a big battery. This little one's a bit stupid, but there we go. It works. How are our filters doing? 97%, 93. That's going to go for a while. All right. We don't need this open any longer. Welding torch and iron sheets. We think we still have some iron sheets, don't we? Yes, we do. And more importantly, making this thing will mean it so that if we run out of welding power, we can still weld, which is kind of big. Welding power out of welding fuel, because we might be able to make the arc welder. Okay, that thing's gonna be working double time, dealing with all those fumes. Put this in. Give me this. Give me this. No. What am I doing? There we go. Getting lost in the inventories again, everybody. Oi. Stationeers. Yes, Karen, we get you. We know you're very special and important, and I pay attention to you as much as I need to. There we go, done. Okay, boom. Give me welder. How do I get the arc welder? What do I need for you? Steel, electrum, invar, and solder. Okay, electrum's easy. That's gold and silver. Invar is a nightmare, and I hate it. Constantine is even harder to get. Hey, can we get the mods? No. Where do we print the bench upgrades? Mod? No? How about here? Electric printer mod. That's the one we need. 35 steel, electrum, constantine, and solder. Okay, so we have solder. We can get electrum fairly easily, but this tells me that I need to go do some mining. Fun. Fun, 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 fun. Alright, but our water is set up. Has it started filling yet? Not quite. How are we doing for that? We are down to -5. Looking good. We are going to have to add some heat to this room, though. So let's go and continue our shuttle runs. Oh, I completely forgot to do the shuttle run. What did we even do outside? I don't even know. Oh, I also noticed I need to replace the filters in my suit. They are running low. Okay, we are also going to need to print up another battery charger and a series of other things. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to change the goal from upgrade tools, because we're actually going to need to get a bunch of like really specific alloys first. This is going to be to just sort of organize base. That's going to be our current goal. All right, nice. Let's go ahead and for now, do we have anything in there? Yes, we do. I want some lockers. We're going to need a few of those. Okay, so I'll put that there for the moment, but I kind of want to get this more organized, like ores in one place, you know, plumbing stuff in another. Just kind of do it like that. Oh, and while we're waiting, give me all of my goods, please. Can we get that corner piece? I want to try that out. Overhead corner. That's really cute. I like that. Can you throw that in there, and that in there, and where the hell is my gold? Am I out of gold? I cannot possibly be out of gold. No, there it is. Okay. Oh, we actually almost are out of gold, though. From here, what did I want? I wanted a battery charger. We'll just do a little one. Yeah, sure. Iron. You know what? Give me the big one. Battery charger. There we go. Get battery charger. A little bit more expensive. Probably a bit too expensive, to be honest. But, you know, desperate times. Maybe we retire the little one at this point. It served us well. Give me this. I'm sure we'll find a use for it somewhere else in the base, but for now we can just slap down that bad boy right there. Turn him on. You can be put away. We'll get some new lockers going for those. And there we can put all of our batteries. Okay, so let's do a quick battery swap. Tablet was pretty low. Labeler, yeah, that's been used up a bit. Hand drill, that's got a little bit of juice out of it. This thing, sure. I mean, why not? That's everything. Okay, that's quick and easy, huh? Alright, lovely. So that is charging up the batteries. The little one, I mean, we could stick it down there, right? Nah, but why? But, like, why? But also, why not? One has to ask oneself these important questions. In fact, why not so hard that, you know what, just give me the rest of it, dude. Let's wire that bad boy in there. Boom, base upgrades. That's what we're doing right now. You guys can't even stop me. I'm mad. All right. We need more lockers. Give me back my iron. Okay, overhead lockers printed up and built. I think that looks a lot better. We'll stick our ingots in this one. I think that's a good spot for them, don't you? We'll have lots of like alloys and all sorts of other crap we don't actually want floating around pretty soon. Like the solder, for example, they'll get lost in storage otherwise. This one can be plumbing. This one can be. I'm actually gonna move food and stuff all the way down to the end here. Yeah, let's. I think that's a good idea, and we'll put seeds next to it. This one here is then going to become electronics. We are going to, over time, just sort of accrue all this random crap. And don't worry, we will eventually be able to make use of this. We can either recycle them or sell them. Hunger caution. That's one I haven't heard in a while. Let's go ahead and next to the food bay, we're going to throw down... Oh, I actually can't put the overhead locker next to it. I didn't know that. That's interesting. But I want to throw down probably this table. Yeah. And what other kind of tables have we got there? We got a small table. Oh, that's kind of cute. We have backless single. We got a little diner table, a rectangle, a plinth of sorts. Indeed. I'll put the plinth right there for now. Oh, I actually got an error for doing that. Naughty me. Where's my microwave? Oh, didn't bring the microwave. Okay, I was going to set up the microwave, but I guess we'll do that later. Put you over there. This can actually take power, believe it or not. That's how you run, like, appliances in this game. You attach them to a table. Like so. And, you know what? Just for the laughs, let's put this little solar power charger right there. And you know what? I'm feeling generous. How we looking for goods? I really need to do a mining run. Holy crap. Okay. Actually, real quick, let me just combo that steel. It's nice and all having it in 2 separate lots, but it's also kind of taking up space. Alright, lovely. Give me back my iron. I just want to put everything I have. So I have 91 iron, steel. I am completely out of copper and gold, and almost out of silicone. And we're going to need a bunch of other stuff to make our alloys, which means in between episodes, ya boy's going to be mining. Let's go ahead and eat real quick. All the things to have to do. Open helmets. Oh, listen to that. It's not complaining. Nice change. And let's just finish off the last of this water. Okay, we are officially out of water. We have a lot of water. It's just completely inaccessible to us. And while I'm in the base, I should actually have my helmet open. It means we won't breathe our suit oxygen. And look at that. Negative 2.8 degrees. We are very close. Let's go ahead and heat this base up using the hidden jutsu I mentioned earlier. Let's go ahead and lock that helmet down. You can open and close the helmet using I, but it's also a very good way to commit suicide. Because you just be walking around on the moon, you just pop your hat off, take a nice deep breath. Not a great idea. What I wanted to grab was, well, let's just get all of this crap, I guess. But what I was going to grab was very specifically, oh, we got an extra wrench, how nice. Was very specifically, nothing in there, nothing in there. Oh, there's the microwave. I'm so easily distracted, it is ridiculous. Come on, that's the seeds, that's the Excuse me? Where are my flares? Did I not start with a stack of 20 flares? I must have yoinked them somewhere. Whoops. Okay, I guess we'll just grab all this other random crap in the meantime. I'll let the lander just sort of get destroyed by the winds. You can deconstruct it, but I find it's a good way to count how many storms you've had, because it survives between 3 and 4, depending how much damage or how long each storm lasts. It takes like a little bit of damage over time, Okay, and I like to, by the way, pro tip, I like to intentionally set my airlock to be a lower pressure than the base, because that way when a door opens, it circulates the air around a bit. Once we have like actual plumbing, that won't be a problem, but for now it still is a concern. Okay, put the extra tools in here, all this crap. All these extra machines, I mean, those can go in here, I guess, for now. The microwave can get dropped on the bench, and we use the wrench to attach it. Okay, I don't know what I did with the flares I started with, so I didn't put them in my suit, did I? Nope. I must have yoinked them somewhere, so we're just going to have to make some. Give me flare, road flare, there we go, iron. These things are completely broken. Basically what they do is just produce heat without off-gassing anything, which is like, how? Why is this a feature? But it is. The tracker will put with the penetrating scanner. Pretty much I'm just going to sell those, I think, when it comes to it. Okay, cool. Let's combo these up, and we're going to want to light these bad boys. And you'll see the temperature around me is going to skyrocket, and so my frame rate is going to plummet. There we go. Lovely. Isn't that just beautiful? Alright, everybody. Well, unfortunately, that is all I have time for today. We have done really well. Our water is almost flowing. We've got water in the system. It just sort of isn't very accessible to us at the moment. But, yeah, I think that by the time the next episode finishes, this will probably be... We'll be hearing the glug 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 of joy, and continuing on our way. Our next goal is very much going to be to get... I probably want to move... I either want to move these batteries up there now and get 2 more batteries, or start working on the next set of tools. I might do the batteries first, and also to shield our solar panels from further damage. Both of those tasks are fairly straightforward. Pretty much it involves building the things and then putting windows like this around them with a door. And that's just basically so that when the wind hits, it just goes past them. They will lose a little bit of efficiency, but it's not the end of the world. It doesn't have to like be in a vacuum or anything stupid like that. It'll just keep it safe. Yeah, but that is something to consider in the next one. I have recorded 4 episodes in one sitting today, 7 actually, because there were 3 episodes that were complete duds before I restarted. So I am exhausted. It has been a 9-hour day. I have enjoyed playing Stationeers thoroughly, but I need to go and put my head under a torrent of cold water. Until then, everybody, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.